I'm not Nate Brown, as you can tell. Nate and Will Lucan, our athletics director, on the road this week, fundraising. So they asked me to take over, I said I would. We'll just go ahead and get right into it. We opened up RMAC play, both volleyball and soccer this weekend. And we'll go ahead and start with volleyball. Doug, if they come up and kind of give us a recap on what happened and answer any questions that anybody might have.
Thanks for the charity clap. I needed that actually. Thanks for going. So thanks, Brad. Appreciate everybody coming out and being here. Appreciate the host having us here, and nice day. And so thanks for coming out. Give you a little recap of what's been going on with us. We had a home opener last Tuesday with Dickinson State. Good crowd, really nice crowd. Great to be at home, and played pretty well. First set, played real well the first set, and handled it pretty well. Next two sets a little closer, a little dicier than we wanted. We would like to have kind of handled a little better the second and third set, but had to come from behind in both. But in some ways that's good for us, I think, to kind of learn how to do that. So pretty pleased. It's always good to get the first win at home, and it's good to get the first win period for us right now. So, you want to play well at home and do well in your home opener, and we looked pretty good, I think, at the start, and did enough to take care of it. Justine Langus hit over 600 in the match, and anytime you do that against anybody, that's a really nice day, so kind of a highlight from the match. Then this weekend, had our opening RMAC play, Fort Lewis, on Friday night. We really went into the match feeling like we were in pretty good shape. We scouted them pretty well and knew what they were going to do. Felt pretty good about our chances. Played a really good first set. Kind of did everything we said we were going to do in order to kind of how we game plan against them. And everything was well, really good. They played well offensively. Blocking wise, game was pretty good. And we really played a pretty complete set. And so you're feeling pretty good on the fact that they kind of closed the gap at the end, but got off to a great start. And then set two happened, and I still don't know really what happened. Defensively, we really struggled in the second set. We just kind of stopped digging balls, and then we couldn't get any momentum after that. And they got momentum, and they really flipped it on us and played well. And then you're thinking, okay, we're 1-1, and we're at home. We still have the advantage here, and we just can get the momentum back. So, in all honesty, it was a really disappointing loss because to play as well as we did in the first set and do everything we said we were going to do, and then just completely lose momentum in the second set. That's a frustrating loss for us. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Saturday, Adams State, pretty good team. They're kind of a upper part of the top, or a lower part of the top half in the RMAC. They're probably going to be in that 4th to 6th range. They got a couple pretty good kids. They got a big middle who's a stud, that's a non-conference kid, hard to deal with. And they got an outside that's kind of sneaky good. She doesn't look like a lot on the court, but she just keeps putting up good numbers. And we actually played pretty well the first set. We probably had a chance. We make a couple plays here or there, and we may win the first set. I felt pretty good about how we played. And then they kind of took it over the second set and kind of rushed us a little bit. We didn't handle that very well. Both the middle put up really good numbers, the outside put up really good numbers, and then a couple other hitters got rolling, and we just didn't balance. We couldn't match them offensively, and didn't slow them down enough. So, not a great weekend for us at home, not what we were looking for, and we just got to build off of it. This weekend, we head to, we did have some highlights, some things we did feel good about. Our serve receipts coming around, and all of our passers right now are freshmen. We really served received pretty well this weekend, so that was good to see. Darla Dracon, who's a kind of a unique kid for us. She's a right side hitter, left-handed kid, not real big. We're starting to use her in the DS role, and she really played well this weekend in the DS role, and that's really not kind of what she came here as, and we're trying to figure out how to use her a little better. But really liked how she played in the back row this weekend. Anna Bright has been struggling offensively, and she hit .333 against Adams State, which was good to see. And then Karin Hazard, who's a freshman outside out of Sioux Falls, hit .389 against Adams State, and she was matched up against one of the best blockers in the conference almost every rotation. So to have a freshman come in and hit .389 was really impressive. So good to see. We're making some progress. We just got to put some things together a little more, and hopefully we'll do that. This weekend we're on the road. We go to Las Vegas, New Mexico to play Mexico Highlands on Friday. Beautiful place if you've ever been there. It's a real treat. And then Saturday when we come back, we CSU Pueblo. Highlands have been struggling. They've got some things they're working through. They've got a new coach. Pueblo's got a new coach as well. They've got some talent, but they haven't really put it together yet from the looks of things. Had a pretty good win this weekend, but overall they've struggled some. So we hope we can put a couple good matches together and kind of get everybody clicking at the same time. We've got a pretty decent high end when everybody's playing well. We just haven't put it all together yet. So we've got to find a little more offense. That's one of the things that we're working on. Abby and I have been brainstorming a lot to figure out what we do to be a better offensive team. And we got to block better. And we've had a lot of our players in the last week showing the film and just trying to say, look, you got to be more physical than that. And those are two things we're really trying to solve going forward, is find some more offense and be more physical at the net in terms of our blocking. So hopefully we'll solve those two things a little bit this weekend and keep making progress. So we appreciate the support and hang with us, and we'll work through some things, and we'll keep getting better. So stay with us a little longer, and we appreciate all the support. Thanks.
Pretty good. I'm also told that the announcing was excellent this weekend. Alright, next up, soccer. We had a long road trip this weekend, and they also opened up Armac Clay, and we'll invite head coach Jordan Kadlec up to recap for it.
Thanks, Ryan. Someone making their first luncheon appearance today is our assistant Andrew Connick over here, for you guys that don't know. He's been a huge asset to our team, really the brains behind what we've been doing this year. So, again, huge thanks to him. So we're on the road this weekend versus Fort Lewis and Adams State. Fort Lewis on Friday. We really, again, Andrew's game plan was really good. Ended up going up 1-0, I think, with 35 minutes left to play in the second half. And then, when we scored a goal, we kind of took our foot off the pedal and let them come to us. So it was the last 35 minutes where I think they probably had too many shots for us. They were just going to keep possession of the ball. And when you give away that many chances, they're bound to score. So they ended up scoring with 7 minutes left in the second half. And they scored one of the best goals I've ever seen in college soccer, eliminating into overtime. So we had a school record in that game, which isn't one we really want to have, but our goalkeeper, Jack Seifert, basically stood on his head and had 15 saves that game. So, school record for him, but we can't allow him to have that many shots and put us in that much pressure if we want to be successful. So, Saturday we traveled over to Alamosa, had a good training session. Unfortunately, our captain got hurt in that training session, so we were missing him. Played Adams State on Sunday, and it seems like every goal that gets scored on us is like an ESPN top 10 highlight. It's difficult. Their first goal was a side netting upper 90. Their second goal, we gave up a last man back penalty. So when that happens in college soccer, they get a red card. Unfortunately, NCAA rules are the same as FIFA rules, so they call it the triple threat rule, which is where you get a penalty, it's the last man back, and he gets a red card. So FIFA changed that rule to where it's only a yellow card now, but apparently the NCAA hasn't thought of that yet. So their second goal was off the penalty kick, and we got a red card. So we're down to 10 men, we're down 2-0. Our guys showed tremendous character. We fought back, tied it 2-2. I think with 4 minutes left, I can't remember the exact time, but we had an opportunity to score with 1 minute left, and we didn't put it away. So I think at the end of regulation, we outshot them 20-12. And then with 30 seconds left in the second overtime, they scored a goal. So, it's tough for our guys to play 200 minutes in 48 hours. That's a lot of soccer, it's a lot of running. And I think if we were a little bit deeper, I don't know if that would have helped out at all, but it's just a lot for the guys to play. So this weekend we're on the road again for the 4th week in a row. We go to Denver to play Regis, who is, I haven't seen the rankings yet today, but they're probably in the top 10 in the country right now. They're 5 or 6 in a row. They brought in a ton of new guys, so that's going to be a real challenge for us. Andrew and I have to go back to the office after this and start breaking down our film and start scouting them. It'll be a big game. And then we play Colorado Mesa on Sunday, which will be, again, they're easily top 3 in the conference. They play a great brand of soccer, so we'll really see the character of our guys come out this weekend. See, it's the 4th week on the road, it's another long road trip. So we'll see how our guys do. It's going to be a big character building experience. And for them to keep competing after we're on 5 is going to be difficult, but hopefully they have it. So, any questions for me? Brad?
Are you encouraged by your team? I mean, the way they've been competing in the RMAC?
Absolutely. I mean, we have 3 of our 5 losses are overtime. That's more than we can say about anything we did last year. I mean, the problems that we have this year are so much different. Last year we're trying to get our guys to compete. This year we've been in every single game. Our game plans have been executed to the most part. Now we start working the small things, which will take time, but the guys that are competing are doing excellent. And if this wasn't, again, I don't think we agree with the NCAA rules about overtime. It's just, when you play 2 games in less than 48 hours, that's insane. I think we're kind of looking into it actually for the NCAA Division I, where they only have 1 game a week in the game. The soccer season is going to be for the fall and in the spring, so it's going to be split up, which is, it's all about player safety. If that'll probably never get to Division II because of this Division I has a lot bigger budget than we do. So if we didn't have overtime, we'd have 3 points at home. It would be 3-2. And it's so much different. It does make college soccer exciting, but again, it's 200 minutes and 48 hours, and it's when guys are running 6 miles a game. That's crazy. We're going to do it in 48 hours. So, but yes, we are extremely encouraged for our guys and making huge steps, a lot of progress. So, anyone else? Awesome, thanks.
Thank you. Next up, the Hardrock football team went to Colorado State Pueblo, and they are the 2014 national champions and Imperial Powerhouse, and we went very competitive with them, and I'll just let head coach Zach Kicker tell you all about it.
Thank you, Brad. Potentially Nate will get Wally pipped and never get his job back. Especially if we beat Black Hills this week, I'm going to treat you as a good luck charm for the Hardrocker Luncheon. Yeah, Brad said it. We went to Colorado State Pueblo this past weekend. Awesome event for our players. Opportunity to play a program that is a perennial power at the Division II level, 5-time defending RMAC champions, and a strong football program. Our players really battled on Saturday. That was the theme of the week, was to battle, to contend, to compete. We did that. We didn't execute very well, really in any of the 3 phases. We played really, really hard, but our execution was lacking in some areas, specifically offensively. We turned the ball over twice in that second quarter, 2 interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown, and that changed the football game, and we never really got control of the game after that, which is really disappointing because right up into that interception, we had just kind of gained control of the game, and it felt like we really had a good grip on what was going on. So, tough loss for us. The kids, like I said, battled, gave great effort, and now they're back and ready to rock and roll for this weekend, which is this awesome opportunity against Black Hills State for the home state trophy, the 131st contest between the 2 schools. It is a fierce rivalry. We've had some alums already come into town and share their stories about playing in this game and what it means, the memories that our players will have from the event that's going to happen on Saturday night. This is a good Black Hills State football team. They are 3-0. They are the number 1 team in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference right now. And they've really done it by doing the things that we talk about as well, which is they have turned their opponents over 11 times in 3 games. So, and they've only given the football away 4 times. So they lead the nation in the RMAC in turnover margin at +7. and that is the reason why they've had such success. They've played 3 hotly contested games that have gone down to the last possession, and they're playing with a lot of belief and confidence. So we're certainly going to need to match that on Saturday night. Our players are getting their confidence back right now from the week. They gained some from how we battled on Saturday, but then we also have their attention that the detail-oriented style of play is what we require if we want to win games on Saturdays in the RMAC. So a couple of notes on last week's game, just so you have an idea. The players of the game on defense, our rocker dog player of the game was David Jackpor. David Jackpor has moved from defensive line to linebacker this season. He's playing the Mike linebacker position, which is a featured position in the program, and he's a featured player in the program. He was phenomenal. Got a lot of comments actually from their staff as well about what a great player David is. Our offensive player of the game was Marcus Sanchez, our senior wide receiver. He had another great job catching the football. He had an unbelievable one-handed catch on the sideline that inexplicably was not ruled a catch, but it was a great play. But he also had a couple other big catches in there. And our special teams player of the game was Martin Rodriguez, our punter, who had a great day punting the ball. We only punted 3 times. It was an odd game because they're really good at holding on to the ball and not giving you the football, and that's kind of what they do. And that third quarter and fourth quarter, they were able to do that a little bit and sort of limit the possessions the rest of the way. So those are our players of the game from last week. And now I'm ready for any queries about this week's game that anybody might have. Tom just asked what caused Black Hill's turnaround, and I think they're playing with belief and confidence, Tom, and they're winning the critical areas, which is those turnover battles, and they're creating their own breaks. And so they're playing these 50-50 games is what we call them, right? Where they're back and forth football games, similar to our game against, like Dixie State, for example. They had one against Dixie State last week, kind of a back and forth game. And in the big moments, they're creating those breaks. And I think it's just the belief and confidence they're playing with. They're dangerous offensively. That big running back here is a good player. Their quarterback's dangerous on the move. So they're doing some good things offensively, and then defensively, very, very opportunistic and forcing turnovers. So I would say those are the areas where they've really improved. Yeah. And they were a good team last year that didn't win any games. They were better last year, I thought, than they were the year before when they won a few games. So it doesn't surprise me that they're playing with a little more belief right now. What else? Yeah.
Running back.
Yeah, Kevin Thompson went out of the game last week, and we're going to get some evaluations done on him this week, and hopefully learn more by the end of the week. We good? Oh, one more. Yeah, the theme of the week is natural this week. So Tim was asking about, do we prepare differently for a rivalry game than you do for other games? The short answer is no, because hey, games are games. Each one counts as one, right? Realistically, the vibe of the program is different when you're getting ready to play this game. It's more personal to everybody, both sides. Both sides take this game very personal. It is the game on the schedule that everybody circles. So there's that factor. What we try to educate our players on is that we want to play with emotion, but we don't want to be emotional. Okay? So we're going to play with as much emotion as we can, but we don't want to be emotional and and that have an effect on our decision making. So that's really the emphasis. We actually try to make it so that we try to gear the kids down quite a bit on Friday and Saturday so that we can slow burn our way into this game. Because sometimes in these rivalry games, you have so much juice at the very, very start that you're not really prepared to go 60 minutes and handle the emotional swings of the game. So we're really just emphasizing that it's going to be a 60-minute game, that both teams are going to make big momentum plays, and you just got to stick with it, and your character should lead you to victory in the end. Good. Cannot wait to see all you guys out there on Saturday night, and if you want to get a chance to touch the Homestead Trophy afterwards, come on down, and we'll give you a touch, okay? Rock on.
Thank you, Coach. Just a reminder, a special thank you to Buffalo Wild Wings for hosting this event for us, and don't forget to tip your waitresses. They're working really hard today. We also, Anita Brenneman's here. She'll be selling tickets to the game if you want to buy those. She's sitting over here. Anita, if you raise your hand for us. Which is that she'll be glad to take your money. Also, the game Black Hills Brawl, it's the 131st meeting. It's the oldest rivalry in Division II college football. It's at 6 o'clock, O'Hare Stadium. Can't make it, Tom Rush will be on the radio calling the game play-by-play. We're looking forward to that. And I don't know, that's it. Oh, I mean, the tailgating opens at 3 o'clock, so you can pull in your rank spot at that time. And the front gate opens at 4 o'clock. So hopefully we'll see you all there, and go Hardrockers.